It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Jarrett Bowen's rise to the top, Peter, is a nice story. It was a real tale of struggles with failed trials and clubs being dissolved, but those experiences have served him very well. And you see now in that never-say-die attitude he's developed, he's got boundless enthusiasm, the very epitome now of how togetherness trumps individual talent.
Okay, interesting. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Spectacular save! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Fernandez. Hit into the middle. Skulls gets it away. Cleared away. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto! Bowen. Skulls. Somerville. Mavropanos shifted upfield. Skulls. Mavropanos. And it's played forward. That has been knocked clear. Fernandez. That's really well manoeuvred. Now it's João Pedro. James. Great ball if he can get there. Wan-Bissaka forwards and with intent. Souček. Bowen. Skulls. Somerville. And it's Skulls. Played into the box. Fofana tries to clear. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, good spread. And he cuts out the supply. Souček. Wan-Bissaka. Souček. Mavropanos is onto it in a flash. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Cucurella. Fofana. Fernandez. Fofana, gently done. It's gone for a throw-in. Pedro Neto. Tries to cross.
think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support, and the chance is gonna beg him.
Socek. Wan-Bissaka. Bowen. Socek. Skulls. Socek. Knocks it out wide. That is lovely. And it's Socek. Good challenge, excellent challenge. And that has been clubbed away. Somerville. Wan-Bissaka. Oh, good ball! Pedro Neto. Wan-Bissaka gets across to intercept that. Bowen. Socek. Deftly away. It'll be a throw-in. And it's Skulls. Chalobah looks to the other side. It's been a pretty frantic start. A lot of front foot pressing. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Played towards the front line. That has been cut short. Bowen. Cucurella. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Fofana. Chalobah. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Socek. And here's Castellanos. Somerville. Caicedo. Chalobah. Fernandez. Chalobah, aim forwards. Bowen. Spread out to the left. Well timed, excellent interception. Fofana. Oh, can he get onto this? Pedro Neto. Cucurella. João Pedro. Only partially clear. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Moved on forwards. Castellanos. Thinks one through. And that has been cleared. Hefty challenge. Tries a shot! Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
Bowen plays it short. Wan-Bissaka, and that's aimed into the middle. Clears it away. Souček. Looks as though there's been a call to arms here for those 6-foot plenties to head towards the penalty area.
Yeah, they've got plenty targets awaiting, so they'll be looking to get on the end of anything that gets played into the box.
That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. Fofana shifted upfield. Fernandes. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Somerville. Skulls going full tilt down the left. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Chalobah chooses to go cross-field. Cucurella. And it's Fernandes. Now it's João Pedro. Todibo, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Somerville. Skulls. Oh, it's played into the area. Fernandes.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Bowen. And it's Souček. And it's played forward. Fernandes. And here's Fernandes. Bowen. Now it's Castellanos. Tries a deft little ball. And that could set him on his way. Fofana. Chalobah. Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Does really well to win the ball there. That's a throw. And here's Bowen. That's very neat. Fofana with the clearance and reclaimed it in a trice. And it's Souček. Played out to the right. Bowen tries to dink it through. Caicedo. And he goes cross-field. Fernandes. Souček producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Wan-Bissaka forwards and with intent. And here's Castellanos. Caicedo makes the interception. Fofana. Pedro Neto. Now it's Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Fernandez. He's going to be disappointed with that. Wan-Bissaka. Todibo. Aim forwards. Somerville looks to get on the end of this. Cleared away. Chalobah. Caicedo. Chalobah. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Cucurella. Cucurella, gently down. João Pedro. Out to the left it goes.
João Pedro, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And here Castellanos! Oh, that was no routine save.
Castellanos is offering a right smile there.
That has been knocked clear. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Souček. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Somerville. Souček. Wan-Bissaka. Played towards the other side. Caicedo. James. James carries the ball down the right. Now it's Fernandez. Oh, smashing header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
He simply mistimed the header, and it was as if he knew it wasn't going to work out.
And it's played forward. Souček. João Pedro. And here's Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. Moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Skulls. Quality ball. And he's there to clear it. Caicedo. James, head over towards the opposite flank. Pedro Neto. And here's Neto. Pedro Neto. And out it comes again. Cucurella has it out wide and in space. Mavropanos attempts a clearance. The message is clear, none shall pass. Caicedo. And it's Caicedo. Time to deliver. Castellanos. Bowen. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Foot in. Skulls. Somerville. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. There are a few waiting for it. Caicedo. James chooses to go cross-field. Pedro Neto looks to the other side. Caicedo. Plenty waiting in the middle. Mavropanos herring after the ball here. Wan-Bissaka. And it's Bowen. Caicedo wins the duel this time. Pedro Neto. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Somerville. Now then, the ball's come loose. Castellanos opts to play it back. Socek. And here's Bowen. It's a mighty effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, he certainly got to the ball well enough, but the rest didn't quite come off for him.
Cucurella. Caicedo. James. Moved on forwards. Now here's the delivery. Looking for a corner. Bowen, well, that's well seen too. Caicedo. Now it's João Pedro. And it's James. James. Played into the middle. Mavropanos with the clearance. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little back there to indicate what was coming.
Todibo. Mavropanos. Souček. Mavropanos forwards and with intent. Now it's Somerville. Skulls. Souček. Skulls. Souček. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Castellanos. Could move up a gear here. Somerville. That's going to go a long way. Played out wide. And it's Souček. Out to the right. Bowen. Looking for a decent ball in. Cleared away. Gets good distance on it. That's been won straight back. Souček. Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. Aim forwards. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Skulls cuts out the pass. Fernandez. Played out to the right. Cross goes in there. And he's there to clear it. Goes for goal! Wan-Bissaka getting this one clear. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And they caught Reed. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Succumbs to the pressure. Now who's going to be first to this? Now it's João Pedro. And it's Fernandez. Pedro Neto. Cucurella goes on a charge down the left. And here's Neto. Fernandez. Areola sends that a long way. James. Chalobah, gently done. Fernandez. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Pedro Neto. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And it's played forward. Chalobah. Fernandez. It's run loose here. Probing pass. Oh, played through for the wide man. Wan-Bissaka. Mavropanos. Bowen. That's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Neto. And he goes cross-field. Danger averted for now. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Souček. Skulls. Moved on forwards.
Bowen really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Fofana. Chalobah. Aim forwards. Is onto it in a flash. Caicedo. Fernandez. Out of play for a throw. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Skulls. Chalobah, and it's played forward. Caicedo. Chalobah forwards and with intent. Cucurella is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Skulls. Driven forward. Caicedo, some resolute defending there. That's been slipped through. Now it's João Pedro. Oh, good spread. Tries a measured ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Skulls. Somerville. Nice physical challenge. Little doubt, that is a foul. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Todibo. Somerville. Great defending, strong and determined. Caicedo. Well read, nice interception. Somerville. And it's James. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's onside! Oh, what a climb! Somerville. That's really well manoeuvred. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, that's a sharp pass. James. Still just a single goal between the sides. Fofana. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Skulls gets over and intercepts. Socek. Todibo. Todibo, gently done. Skulls. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Keeper's got good distance on that. Oh, nicely intercepted. Socek. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pedro Neto. Now it's João Pedro. Purring through the gears. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Skulls. And it's Ward-Prowse. And here's Ward-Prowse. Mavropanos. Bowen. Socek. Ward-Prowse. And here's Castellanos! Yeah, he's fouled him there. James gets it away. Skulls have it back and can go. Skulls has been caught there, it's a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. He's pulled off a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Correa has found the net here, of course, and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. João Pedro. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. That's really well manoeuvred. Calmly anticipates. João Pedro. James. Can he deliver? Here it is, crossed in. No, that's not going to find its target. Great defending, strong and determined. Pedro Neto. Socek did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Ward-Prowse. Somerville. Aim forwards. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Chalobah forwards and with intent. And it's played forward. Wan-Bissaka cuts it out. Ward-Prowse.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Todibo. Skulls, nicely aimed pass. Defending of the desperate variety. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Pedro Neto. João Pedro wins the duel this time. Somerville
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, good spread. James. That has been knocked clear. No way through, so back it comes. Cucurella puts them all in. That's been drilled forward. Castellanos, now he's off and running. Caicedo. Fofana. Spread out to the left. João Pedro. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mavropanos. Souček. And it's Ward-Prowse. Now it's Somerville. Skulls. He is through here. Somerville. He has a look up. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Caicedo. Souček. Oh, red, nice interception. Somerville. Out towards the flank. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And he cuts out the supply. Todibo. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Bowen does really well to win the ball there. Somerville. And here's Bowen. This might spell danger. João Pedro. James. Caicedo. Fernandez. João Pedro. Played out to the right. Decent chance! Oh, they could be caught out here. Pedro climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change.
Wan-Bissaka, gently done. And it's Bowen. Ooh, perfectly measured that. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Wan-Bissaka gets over and intercepts. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Fernandez. Cucurella. Fofana. Moved on forwards. Pedro Neto. Fernandez. Picks it up out wide. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Somerville. Skulls. Couple of changes then in quick succession. James. So who's he picking out? Aimed in towards the centre.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Chalobah. Out to the right. Souček. And it's Bowen. Wan-Bissaka. Todibo. Aim forwards.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Pedro Neto. And here's Neto. And he's managed to get free. And the ball's come loose here.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And it's Ward-Prowse. Skulls. Looks a good ball through. Bowen. Real chance! And he's there to get it away. Now it's Wilson. Goes for a shot! He can get that clear. Wan-Bissaka. And it's played forward. Skulls. Great defending, strong and determined. Cleared without complication. Souček. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. Souček. Bowen, that's a delicate pass. James getting this one clear. Hit into the middle.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And it's Ward-Prowse. And here's Wilson. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Some players have clearly taken issue here, and things are threatening to boil over.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Bowen! It's anyone's ball now. Wan-Bissaka. Up he goes! Fofana can get it clear. Great chance! They've scored! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
He's onto it in a flash. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. James. Some good work on the right flank here. James crosses. And he has been fouled there.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
And it's been taken short. Now it's Pedro Neto, who whips in across. He's had a shot!
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Todibo. 5 minutes left on the clock. Mavropanos forwards and with intent.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Played towards the other side. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto. Proves too strong.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Souček. Played out to the right. And here's Wilson. And he's surging through. And he shoots! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Fofana gets across to intercept that. And claimed it back swiftly. João Pedro. Bowen. And here's Wilson, in with the challenge. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Raised the roof! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Fofana. And it's Cucurella. Pedro Neto chips it through.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Strong running down that left flank. That's a throw. Palmer. 2 minutes to be added on. Cucurella. It is now or never. Time is against them. Palmer. João Pedro. Skulls. Souček. Souček is fouled. Areola, long ball by the goalkeeper. Palmer. João Pedro. Cucurella. And here's Neto. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Cucurella crosses. Crosses it in here. And time is up. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your final thoughts, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win. And I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen.